as our next match, followed by IG versus Liquid. Going to be tough for Liquid. And last but not least, Orange versus LGD. Both of these teams are now 3-1, so that's actually a pretty important match. I think that's going to decide second place.
Yeah, definitely. I think LGD is a team. I mean, that was the first time I've seen Xiaohui actually lose with that Kunkka pick. So that's something I'm really excited to see. And I think Orange's aggressive playstyle, it'll make for some fireworks in that series.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you all very much for tuning in. We're delighted to have you here all. If you're watching on Twitch, you should go to the G1 website, g1.2p.com, and they do have a widescreen viewing option. So thanks all for joining us. We have more games coming up, guys. This was only our 4th match. We have 5 more group stage matches before it's all said and done. So stay tuned. And coming up next will be Orange versus DK right after this.
Back up.
You know, I was just about to say the one thing I would like to see is S4 with the teleport scroll. He's already got one. Another entangle on Burning. Will he get that second one he needs? Not yet, but getting closer and closer to it. The Bear is actually the one on the run. S4 teleports in as well. He's going to find QQQ, who looks to be in a whole world of trouble, isolated from his team, and then they look to pick him off. They're going to body block him with the hero. Bulldog Dota showing off and having a ball here. S4 does drop low to that Soul Assumption. Able, however, to look through it.
X1 on the lone druid. He has picked up a casual float for that survivability there, but he is not that close to armor.
Close from Liquid. Yeah, he's gonna hook shot in on the Shadow. I love how he prepared the cogs going away, but the disruption is a save from battery assault. The healing war unit comes to free. They're gonna drop the ulti. They'll clock as well on 3. Illuminate catches just about everyone here in Sanking should fall, but a great Quap ulti lands on 3. Plus trying to stay alive, but he's spreading the heal over everybody. And TC looks like he's committing to this. He knows he's not gonna be able to get away, so he does end up going down 3 dead heroes for Liquid.
Yeah, Centaur stop. Wow.
He just went and stood there, and that's great.
Okay, yeah, on the bottom.
Again, getting dived here. He actually doesn't have that many creeps. This could be a little scary for him, and very wisely, he's actually going to the very bottom. He actually has to stand here for a bit. The TP is already coming from Alina, and this could actually be pretty scary for him. He's blocked in by Trance. He does have a level 2 surge, so can he the Tron stun? Tron stun's gonna barely miss there. Dragon Slick coming through, his last tango being used to escape from this. A TP coming from Nature's Prophet, though. He's got to juke away. He's got a vacuum, and that's about all he can do. Can he stack the neutral? His stout shield is protecting him so much. He dodges the Dragon Slave, and he gets out. I can't believe it. How did he dodge that? Oh my gosh.
Get you down a bit before back, make you back targets you don't want to before all the heroes are there. But
Clockwork continues to trade. They found himself. Mushi pops the BKB. He's going to be using the Satanic. YYF hooked and he's skidded it. Unfortunately, he has no follow-up. YYF's going to eventually die. BKB is out for Mushi very soon. The Warlock ultimate has been used. Mushi jumps in. Spike Carapace trying to find a target. They will kill Mushi, but at what cost? No, he doesn't have Aegis. You're backward into a huge RP. Mushi survived with 60 health. The Bear's on him. Unfortunately, the Bear's outside the attack range. Looks like on the back line, there's another kill. A good attempt. Mushi's still gonna survive? Like, I'm just flabbergasted. Urn's gonna come through as well. Mushi is just killing this Bear. In fact, as Satanic comes off, go down a second time. Zone dies once again.
back to the casting booth. I am Luminous. This is Ali. We are the Dignitas twins, which is, I'm not sure if I want to be part of the Dignitas. In any case, we're going to be casting Orange versus DK. Shots fired. And this is a fairly important match for DK. Orange, they're looking pretty good. It looks like they're going to be auto into the final bracket of the top 4 teams. For DK, they're 0-3 right now. They have to win this game, or unless some crazy miraculous thing happen where it involves a whole bunch of other teams winning, losing, and there's going to be a 4-way tie, they're going to be out.
Yeah, and everyone just DC'd from my game.
So, I can't hear Lumi. Well, there's nothing happening over here either.
Can they hear you on? Can they hear him on stream?
So they just saw me moving my arms and stuff.
You guys gotta push your mic down.
What?
You have to push the plug all the way in.
This thing?
Yeah, make sure it clicks. It should click a couple of times.
Did you ever unplug it?
No.
Can you hear him now? Looks like
Can you talk to me?
Hi.
There you go.
Hey, production guys doing their work. Welcome back. This is Luminous. This is Aoi. And we're be catching Orange versus DK. Shout out to Kawa, who's been just doing an excellent job throughout the entire week. In fact, I think Kawa is our MVP. We're back with Orange versus DK. This is a fairly important match for DK, because if they lose this match, they're completely out of tournament, aside from some crazy miraculous thing happen where involving 4 or 5 teams tying, and then there's tiebreakers. For Orange, they're pretty much set, so this quote-unquote is a throwaway game for them. But obviously, they still want to improve their placement in the standing. Every game that you win and every rank that you go up higher, that means there's one less of best of 3 you have to play tomorrow. And of course, the game is not loading, so...
I think it's me that's not loading right now because I'm still stuck in the old lobby.
Can you leave it?
Can I disconnect?
Yo, there's cards.
Reconnect?
Check that.
Hey, there are cards. Hey, Mushi's playing 1. He's good at Shadow Fiend. Is that Ohio? He's playing 2.
Giant.
He's a gentle giant. Also born in 1991. That's KYXY. He's playing the 3. Extinct. He's playing the 4.
Okay, I can't do that.
He's also a drafter.
Okay.
Now he plays a 5.
Stop trolling poor Kawa.
I just want to make sure that Aoi's in the game. Looks like
Yeah,
he is.
I am in
But
the
we're
game, it's
still
not
not
me.
connecting, so...
I think someone else had the same problem with me because
Might actually be this.
they...
Because Gods, it says Gods is still in the game.
It's definitely not.
So they might have to rehost the lobby.
Hey, look, our twins are in the background.
Which one's me? Not that one.
Not that
I'm
one.
one of the casters.
I want to be 2009. Yeah? Can I be 2009?
More cards.
All right. Hey, DK Bernie. He's actually really good. He's playing the 1. Super. He's really good when he's not playing Omni Knight. He's playing the 2. All right, ROTK, which is actually quite questionable. Like, a lot of people say that he feeds a lot. I think he's actually pretty good. Like, decision making is a little bit questionable from time to time, but I think he's a really good player. He plays a 3. My main man, Ehomex, doesn't even play the Storm anymore.
Rejoin on your computer. They just kicked you.
Oh, it's okay, because I'm going to watch them there.
Well, you can't move the... Okay. They just kicked you and went.
Did they
Christ.
kick me?
No.
All right. Anyways, 357 or QQQ, 5-year-old players. I actually am very, very impressed with DK's support lineup between QQQ and X, and they actually been playing pretty well. Unfortunately, playing pretty well does not equal automatically W's, which they have not had a single one of them. And this should be the matchup. Are we finally in the game? Yes, we are. Let's actually do a real introduction here. I am Luminous. He's Aoi. I feel like we've been doing this introduction multiple times. This is DK versus Orange, and a very important match for both these teams. For Orange, they want to place higher in the group standing, so they have to play less and less opponents. For DK, this is more or less a do or die situation. Let's actually get into draft. Orange will have the Radiant first pick and first ban, and DK will be on the Dire side. We saw DK play really well. I think that's the opening match that we cast, or I cast with LD, I believe. Or did we cast that?
I didn't cast that.
What?
I did not cast
You did not
that.
cast that. But I'm pretty sure you saw that match, and they played really well, so I had a high hope for them. Unfortunately, they just keep dropping games. Orange, to me, is a very beatable opponent, especially if Orange is making some critical mistakes here and there. But they're going to be banning out the Shadow Demon. Meanwhile, DK will be banning out the Lifestealer. There's a very high chance, I imagine, that one of these teams will be picking up a Lone Druid, because both these teams know how to use this hero quite well.
Yeah, that sounds about right for the draft. I just find it still interesting that the Eastern teams, they still ban out the Wisp against the Western teams, but they don't bother banning against Eastern teams. So that seems to me like once they start playing Wisp a lot more, that hero will be elevated to the first ban status that is in the Western scene. And I'm sort of just happy that it's not just that Wisp is only good against teams who can't play against him properly. Like, he's actually very, very strong, and the Chinese teams are starting to recognize this. Because there's a lot of like people who thought like, oh, Wisp is only good against non-Chinese teams.
Because the whole factor of, oh, they're a better map awareness.
Yeah, something like when you TP, they'll have 5 TPs coming in, which is actually ridiculous as a premise, but people went with it.
Well, we don't see any Wisp ban here so far, so that will reinforce our point. Lone Dru's going to get the ban out here, and that's going to allow a